Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
3653 or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
What is up? Greetings, America. Welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural roads to your vitality, to your well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they are, but you don't know where to begin, you've come to the right place here on The Bright Side. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body and of your health. You're more and more knowledgeable, and you know that you can overcome any health issue. That's why we are here every day in The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 25 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and high blood pressure, obesity, skin diseases like psoriasis and acne and rosacea, fibromyalgia, migraine headaches, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called miraculous, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, simply standard operating procedure, because the human body is a healing and regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis, and while it may seem like a miracle to some folks, this renewing system is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we welcome your phone calls here on The Bright Side at 866-582-9933. If you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you do that. If you want to learn more about the longevity products, the ones I take and the ones I recommend, you can get to my website, brightsideben.com, brightsideben.com. We've got a shopping cart up there with all the fine longevity products. Make sure you take a look at my personal favorite longevity product, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine multivitamin mineral complex powder. You add it to water, drink it. It gives your body a nice low-level, steady-state influx of nutrients. The body doesn't like to have spikes. It doesn't like to have highs and lows. When you drink your nutrients all day long, you give your body a nice steady-state input of nutrients. Vitamins A, C, D, E, K, zinc, selenium, chromium, all kinds of trace nutrients. It's less than $50 a month. It's a cornucopia of nutrition. It tastes great, and it's a wonderful way to show folks who don't understand or don't believe in the power of nutritional supplementation how effective a nutritional supplement program can be. You can also find articles and videos up at www.brightsideben.com. Give you some of the basic ideas of the things we talk about here on The Bright Side. You can also call Phyllis and Andy, or Nasima or Angela, or Frank or Danette at 866-735-2470. They know all about the products. They're friendly. They're knowledgeable. And they can help you if you want to sign up and make yourself a little bit of money selling longevity products and helping folks understand how to use nutritional supplements. Well, thanks so much for joining us once again on The Bright Side. We've been talking about being a sugar burner, the idea of sugar burning versus fat burning, the health implications of burning sugar versus being a fat burner. The body likes to burn fat, and we, apparently at least through our culture, love burning sugar. Got a little disconnect there, folks. Our body wants to burn fat, but it has so much sugar around, it ends up becoming a sugar burner versus a fat burner. When our body is utilizing sugar for energy, that's what I mean by being a sugar burner, utilizing sugar for energy, it's more susceptible to disease, to fatigue, to brain fog, to cancer, to feeling lousy, to being fat. All of these things are things we try to avoid, try to get rid of. We got all kinds of diet programs and all kinds of nutritional programs and all kinds of people giving us advice, but the single most important thing you can do if you want to reduce your susceptibility to degeneration, if you want to feel better, if you want more energy, if you want to avoid getting cancer, if you want to lose weight, the fastest, most effective strategy is to shift your body into fat burning from sugar burning. Shifting into fat Fat burning means health. It means vitality. It means energy. It means better immunity. Shifting into fat burning means that you're going to have to reduce, you're going to have to limit, you're going to have to lower, you're going to have to ideally eliminate your intake of fast-burning carbohydrates, the foods we call insulin-spiking foods, fast-burning carbohydrates, things like soda pop and bread and pasta and potatoes and corn and certainly all desserts and cakes and cookies, all the things we love to eat. We have to figure out a way to shift our body into burning fat rather than burning sugar. It's extremely, extremely important and may be the single most important thing you do to get healthy, shifting your body into a fat-burning mode versus a sugar-burning mode. Yesterday we talked about the ketogenic diet, which may be the best fat-burning eating strategy of all. If you want to be a fat burner rather than a sugar burner, it's going to involve changing your eating strategies and getting yourself on what we called yesterday the ketogenic diet, Ketogenic. Ketogenic diet is one of the best ways to accomplish this fat-burning strategy. Many people, if not most people, have not heard of this ketogenic diet, but it's been around for a long time. The ketogenic diet involves eating zero, or at the very least, tiny, 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 tiny amounts of refined flours and carbohydrates, and at the same time getting just enough protein and high amounts of fat. The ketogenic diet then has three parts. Part one, eliminating as best as you can, entirely if you can, your intake of carbohydrates that can be burnt for energy, most importantly the fast-burning carbs. And at the same time, that's the key, this simultaneity, the same time, you want to be getting just enough protein and high amounts of fat. The reason they call it the ketogenic diet, because when you eat this way, the end result is going to be fat burning, and when you have lots and lots of fat burning and no sugar burning, you end up producing these chemicals that are called ketones as a byproduct, hence the name ketogenic. Genic meaning the development of, or the birth of, or the beginning of. Ketogenic means the development of, or the beginning of, the formation of these fat derivative compounds called ketones. You can also turn your body into a ketone producer by fasting. So fasting and the ketogenic diet are your two strategies for producing these ketone bodies, these ketone substances. When you're fasting, the body is going to end up burning its own fat, and in the same way, you'll end up producing ketones as if you're on a super high-fat, low-sugar diet. So both fasting and adequate protein, high fat, zero carbs, both of these strategies will produce ketones. We talked yesterday that ketones can be thought of as modified fats. They're a very special kind of fat. They can travel through the blood without special carriers. Regular fats need to have special carriers as they're being transported through the liquidy portion of the body. Oil and water don't mix. So the body has evolved these very fancy and elaborate mechanisms for transporting fats through the blood and through the lymph. You don't need to deal with that when it comes to ketones. Ketones are water-soluble fats. So the body doesn't have to deal with any of the fancy transport and carrier mechanisms that it does with regular fats. Ketones can travel through the blood with much more rapidity and much more effectively than regular fats, which require these special protein fat carriers. And the heart and the brain, by the way, especially love to derive energy from ketones. The heart and the brain love ketones. So if you're fasting and you're using the ketogenic diet, your heart and your brain are going to be fine, because your heart and your brain can run on the byproducts of fat burning, whether that fat burning is you burning your fat stores or whether it's your body burning foods that you're putting in that are fatty. So don't have to worry about heart health or brain health if you're fasting or if you're on the ketogenic diet. In fact, the brain and the heart love ketones, and they're going to be fine. Your muscle system will also be fine burning ketones. Most of us are producing ketones sometime during the day, unless we're eating sugar nonstop, basically unless we have an intravenous supply of sugar driving that stuff into our body 24/7. Sometime or another during the day, for most of us, we're producing ketones. And you're also producing ketones at night, because at night you're kind of fasting. If you eat, say, at 6 or 7 or 8 o'clock, you go to bed at 9 or 10 o'clock, and then you wake up again at 6 or 7, you're gone 8 hours without any food in your system. Your body has to derive energy from somewhere. somewhere, and what typically will happen is your body will derive energy by burning its own fat stores. You're undergoing a kind of fast, and the energy that your body's using during that fasting period when you're sleeping is derived from ketones. So we're all going through ketosis and producing ketones sometime during the day, usually sometime at night. So it's not like the body isn't used to dealing this way, but if we can intentionally drive the formation of ketones through becoming fat burners, we will be a lot better off. All right, continue our discussion here on ketones and fat burning and sugar burning and the implications for good health when we come back from our break. Our number is 866-582-9933. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this with more good health information. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm George Norrie from Coast to Coast AM. I recently learned about a very unusual pharmacist who does not advocate use of prescription drugs, except in rare circumstances, say when powerful antibiotics are needed to kill a potentially lethal infection, such as pneumonia or staph. Instead, pharmacist Ben Fuchs from Boulder, Colorado, suggests always giving the body all the nutrients it needs to survive, thrive, escape illness, and live younger and longer. I don't think you will find anyone who knows more about how the body works and can explain it in such a delightful and entertaining way. Ben has recorded some very useful Health Nugget Minutes that are available 24/7 online at criticalhealthnews.com. I invite you to log on to criticalhealthnews.com, listen to these Pharmacist Ben Health Nuggets, and maybe even interact with Ben via chat or email. You're going to love Pharmacist Ben online at criticalhealthnews.com.
Friends, this is Alex Jones for MidasResources.com. For more than 15 years, I have exclusively used Midas Resources for all my precious metal needs. Whether it's bullion or collectibles you're looking for, Midas Resources is simply the best. I own my gold as a hedge against inflation. This Federal Reserve fiat currency could go the way of the Deutschmark and the Weimar Republic anytime. In these historically dangerous times, it makes sense to physically hold gold and silver. Midas already has some of the best deals in the industry. But if you give them a call and mention the radio special, they will give you a list of the day's super specials. Midas brokers are standing by to answer all your questions at 800-686-2237. They also have a lot of informative free literature explaining the opportunities and risk of holding precious metals. They are ready to answer your questions at 800-686-2237. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
Yeah?
Did you want to see me, sir?
Well, I did, but now that I do, I'm not so sure.
Sir?
Johnson, I got a mission for you that could change your life.
Oh, good, sir.
It involves traveling halfway around the world without so much as half a clue of where you're going or what you're going to do when you get there.
Situation normal, sir?
Uh-huh. Right, I'll be leading this mission, Johnson, so I'll be telling you what to do.
You, sir?
That's right, Johnson, and I say first things first.
Oh, good plan, sir.
And what I say is first is food. Always remember that, Johnson. Food is a big deal.
Sir, my brother-in-law can get us a really good deal on some surplus MREs.
Johnson, if you've got half a brain and that empty head of yours, you'll call the freeze-dry guy like I did. That food is better for you, it rehydrates faster, and it's good, Johnson. And it keeps for up to 30 years.
Will we be gone that long, sir?
Well, I hope not. Now get your supplies organized and meet me down to the pier at dawn on Sunday. We sail at sunrise.
Yes, sir.
This adventure is brought to you by the Freeze Dry Guy. Call 866-404-3663 or visit freezedryguy.com.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
Worried about getting sick and feeling terrible for days or even weeks? You need Immudyne for a healthy immune system. Why get sick and bother with products that just don't work? For just $1 a day, Immudyne is all natural and safe for all lifestyles. Call 866-257-8668 to buy now before it's too late, before you get sick. Or go to IMMUDYNE.com, Immudyne.com, or call 866-257-8668.
The nation's largest independently owned and operated talk radio network. The Genesis Communications Network. GCN.
Welcome back to The Bright Side. I am nutritional pharmacist Ben Fuchs. We're here every day, 5 days a week on the Genesis Communication Network, 8 to 9 Pacific, 10 to 11 Central Time. If you like what you hear, tell your friends. If you miss a program, you can go to our archive page at brightsideben.com, where you'll find every show that we've ever